Hello and welcome to Big Bang with me, Nabila. First up, the big news coming in just now. The Pulakeshi Nagar police inspector has been suspended. Mohammad Rafiq has been suspended for delaying in filing an FIR in the 22-year-old girl's molestation case. Rafiq had failed to take the case seriously, which is why the top cop has taken the decision to suspend Rafiq indefinitely. Well, we have my colleague Akshita on the phone line. Akshita, tell us what's more. What Pulakeshi Nagar police inspector has been suspended. Quite a surprise.
Absolutely, Nabila. But it was, of course, expected to a large extent, considering, of course, that the police have been receiving a huge amount of criticism for the fact that there was a considerable delay in going ahead and filing that particular FIR. We do understand, of course, that the inspector, Mohammad Rafiq, has been suspended after a report was given to the DCP East, Satish Kumar, who has, in fact, gone ahead and pretty much taken charge of this particular case. The report was filed by the ACP of the Pulakeshi Nagar police station. Now, a number of issues have been pointed out with regards to why exactly Rafiq has been suspended. One, of course, is the fact that there was a delay in filing that FIR. The complaint by the victim was lodged on Sunday morning, and the FIR was filed only during Sunday midnight. It almost touched midnight by the time they went ahead and filed that FIR. Why the delay is something that so many people questioned, and now in that report by the ACP, Mohammad Rafiq has been singled out, and they stated that it is his fault that there was that delay. Besides that, it is said that he did not take the case seriously. Not only did he go ahead and allegedly tell the girl not to file a case of sexual assault, but to go ahead and claim it as molestation. He's also said to have not sent her for medical examination, which is a must in these kind of cases, Nabila. We have to keep in mind, when there is a sexual assault, to rule out the incident of rape, a medical examination is a must, and Mohammad Rafiq did not follow that procedure either. Besides that, with regards to the articles that have been brought in this particular case, remember, in the sections that they have mentioned, they have filed a case against under section 354, which basically amounts to sexual assault. And now everyone's been questioning why it's not come under Article 376 of the Indian Penal Code, which pretty much amounts to rape, Nabila. We know the details of this case. It is absolutely grotesque, to say in the least. It is shocking and definitely deserves to be called as rape, and that's what everyone's been talking about. It's been a moot point in almost every single discussion about this particular issue, and
right.
With regards to that, it looks like the cops have now decided that Rafiq will be this particular case seriously, Nabila.
Right, Akshita, this move comes as quite an example being set by the top cops. Suspending Rafiq has really come as a great example, considering the fact that the police did look at the case as in a very light-hearted manner. He didn't even take it seriously. He downplayed the entire issue, forcing the girl to file a case of molestation instead of sexual assault. So it is definitely a good example set by the top cop. But any word on whether or not the FIR has been changed? Has molestation been turned around to rape?
Well, as of now, no word along that front. But going by what you also said, Nabila, to add to it, of course, whether it's media intervention or not, it looks like the police want to send across a very strong point that incidents like this, after such a shocking incident has taken place, the least that can be done is that strict action is taken, and that the police show that they are very much for going ahead and delivering justice. And with them going ahead and dilly-dallying over the issue, it definitely did not throw them in the best of lights to ensure that this did not go ahead and hamper their reputation of sorts, to show that yes, they want to take this case forward and will help out any girl in need. They have gone ahead and taken this step. No doubt it is going to be lauded, considering that action has been taken. This order was given by the commissioner himself, after which the DCP went ahead and suspended Mohammad Rafiq. So no doubt there, Nabila. It sends across the right point that if there's any dereliction of duty on the part of the police, they will pay for it. If there's any lethargy, also they will go ahead and pay the ultimate price. And as of now, of course, there is no word with regards to whether the sections of that IPC has been changed. For that, of course, to take place, the FIR will have to probably be filed once again. So with, of course, a separate inquiry being ordered into this particular incident, there is a team of policemen who have been formed who will be investigating this case. Will we be looking at that FIR being filed once again is something that only time will tell, Nabila.
Right, Akshita, thank you for all that information there. Well, this girl, she had taken a short vacation from college and visited Nama City to be with her friends and family. But the 22-year-old's holiday ended up in a shocker with monsters outraging her modesty in a moving car. Here's a report.
July 10th, 2014, 11:30 p.m. The night of horror. A 22-year-old student of post-graduation studying in Mangalore was all happy as she stopped at her apartment on Spencer Road. During her brief leave from college, she had caught up with most of her friends in the city and chilled out with them. On that fateful night too, she had just returned from a restaurant with one of her friends. She was sitting inside the car right outside her apartment and chatting with him. All was fine until a group of men approached them in another car. That's when the night of horror unfolded. The 4 men who had come in the Skoda Fabia car surrounded them first and asked the 22-year-old to step out of the car. Even her friend was asked to get out of the car. The men then told the duo that they had spotted them regularly in the car and that their misdeeds would be reported to the police. They reportedly asked the duo to get into the Skoda Fabia without raising an alarm. Sensing something fishy, the girl's friend asked her to run to her residence. But the girl couldn't make it till her apartment gate. She was caught by the 4 men and reportedly forced into her car along with her friend. The 3 men accompanied the duo and left the spot, while the 4th person belonging to the gang followed the Honda City in the Skoda Fabia.
We're standing here on Spencer's Road outside the apartment where the entire incident took place. Now, this is probably the formation in which the cars were placed that night. Now, while the victim and her friend were waiting in a Honda City park, something similar to this. Now, the Skoda Fabia was moving around this road a couple of times. While the 2 noticed this particular car, they've actually come and stopped their car right in front, just like how these cars are placed right now. Now, while they asked her girl to get down and actually go along with them in the Skoda Fabia, this is where she tried to escape, go to the gate. But as you see, the security cabin not right next to the gate, a little distance away from here, due to which she could not manage reaching there or seeking help. Immediately, she was grabbed and pulled by these 2 people, and they were made to sit in back in the same car once again. So this was where it took place. From here, they were again taken back to the Coxtown railway station, where they continued to sexually assault her.
Kidnapped, threatened and molested. At first, the gang members demanded 50,000 rupees from the duo to set them free. But the girl knew the monsters were not after money. And as she expected, the monsters began to act. When the girl asked the kidnappers to let go of her, one of them demanded sexual favors from her. She tried to resist and pleaded with them that she would give them money. But the kidnappers were least interested in her money. Reportedly, one of them who was sitting beside her slipped his hand into her shirt and touched her inappropriately. They drove around the city for nearly an hour before they headed towards the railway track near Coxtown. At 1:30 a.m. On reaching the railway track, the 22-year-old's friend was forced out of the car. 2 gang members reportedly held him at knife point and took him to a secluded place. Meanwhile, the other man by name Haider Nazar stayed in the car and threatened the young woman with dire consequences if she didn't cooperate with him. The victim had no choice but to follow the order given by the kidnapper. For the next 15 minutes, Haider reportedly sexually molested the young woman. After satisfying his sexual urge, the kidnapper let the 2 go free, but not before snatching the girl's friend's watch.
For almost 1.5 to 2 hours, they were keeping these people in restraint, and they were roaming around in the city of Bangalore, and they had sexually molested her also during this roaming. Then they had taken her to a deserted place in somewhere near Foxtown, and again they had done this sexual molestation and harassment, everything. Meanwhile, these three friends of Haider Nazir had held the girl's boyfriend at knife point.
The devastated woman returned home. She didn't know whom to discuss the matter with, but the smart woman had noted down the number of the Skoda Fabia car in which her offenders had come. For the next 2 days, the victim, along with her friends, went around the city on the lookout for the car. They were lucky on Sunday when they spotted the same car on Mosque Road, and the man was none other than Nazir Haider, who had sexually molested her. No sooner she spotted him, her friends nabbed him and handed him over to the police. The young woman even mustered the courage to file a police complaint at Fraser Town Police Station on Sunday.